Hi, everyone. So I just got on here to share a little PDA story with you. Um, it's my wife's fault that this happened, but yes, I admit that I could have handled things differently if I felt like I could. Oh my God. Um, I don't think I feel that embarrassed. No, I maybe I do a little bit. Um, I haven't had one of these PDA episodes happen in quite a while, like to the extent that it did, at least in my head. So the other day, my wife had made a comment. I don't remember what we were talking about, but I whatever it was, I was trying not to do it because it was some sort of like chore or something. Um, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember saying, or I remember my wife saying, but I know that Saturdays are your off days because, like, they kind of are. I know everybody gets, like, not everybody, lots of people get, like, Saturdays and Sundays off, but, like, I work around the clock nonstop, by choice, but out of necessity as well. And so Saturdays to me, my days off are watching MMA and doing writing. That's what brings me joy. So, a few days ago, like a few days before that, my wife had mentioned wanting to take bottles and cans back to recycle because I don't know if anybody else does this, but like during the winter, and it's snowing out and like it's cold, like who wants to sit there and like take bottles back because we got to go down to the basement and then bring them up, go through the back door, around. It's just it's a lot. And so they tend to pile up a bit more in the winter, and then we wait until it starts to get nice out and then we take them back because they don't seem quite as big of a chore when the weather's nicer. um so I thought that we were gonna do that on Friday because my wife took the day off. Um, she wanted just a day, and no problem. But I thought that she meant that we were taking bottles back that day, like Friday, because today's Sunday. And maybe there was a miscommunication there. But when I woke up on Friday, she was gone, and one of her coworkers just bought a house in the area. So she spent like several hours over there cleaning with them because it was not left in like the best condition. So she volunteered to go do that. So like in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, she went to do that, so she must not want to take the bottles back today. Um and then maybe my timeline's a little messed up because my brain is a little wonky, but like all this actually happened Friday. And like the day before, or a couple days before, she wanted to do bottles and she made that comment. And since we didn't do it Friday, I thought that she had just kind of chosen to help her friend out instead of doing bottles, and we'll do it like the following week or something. Um, because she had made whatever we were talking about, she had made that comment that she knows that Saturdays are my off days. So yesterday is Saturday. Sorry about like all of that, all over the place details. Probably a little bit repetition, sorry. But yesterday's Saturday. And I like to pop some trazodone on Fridays and Saturday nights and sleep a bit longer the following days. I know it's not catching up on sleep or anything like that, but that's just what I've been doing for like the longest time. And so I went to bed at like 5:30 and I was woken up abruptly at 2 p.m. Now, it's not necessarily about the fact that like it was, well, 2 p.m. is kind of late to sleep, but I keep weird fucking hours. And actually, a little tangent. I just recently the Autistic Culture podcast did this episode recently on autistic sleep problems. That was the first time I have heard any kind of a podcast episode devote like that long. That was an hour or something. That was that sorry, my talking's a little bit like wonky too. Um I'm trying my best. But anyways, that episode gave me permission to I don't have to judge myself for not being able to sleep regularly and just struggling with sleep. And um that episode gave me freedom. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to sleep until I feel like getting up because Saturdays are my days and MMA doesn't start till like later on in the afternoon. So anyways, I got woken up by my wife. Um Turns out she had taken a trip with a car full of bags of the bottles to go turn them in. And so she wanted to do more. So she woke me up and she's like, I want to do bottles. Like, I'm waiting for you. And I'm like, is this real life? Because, like, I've been sleeping. What do you mean you're waiting for me? And, like, this is Saturday. And I was like, are you joking right now? And she's like, no. And so my mind was not working properly because it does take, I don't know, like a good hour to kick in for my, like, after I wake up for my brain to start functioning like normal. Um so some of what like I think I remember most of yesterday, but I remember like just being pissed off immediately. Like I flew into a fucking rage. Not a whole lot of it got out except for like it was sort of like a mini meltdown. I was like, you seriously are waking me up out of a sleep. I said, who wakes somebody up to that? Like, I don't like you're waking me up right now and telling me that like I have to go do something and today is supposed to be like my lazy day, lazy-ish day. Um, and she was like, "Well, we said hi, bitchy. I'm a little can you just sorry, the cat just came up to say hi. Okay. So anyways, I was not happy at all. And so it's a little embarrassing because I know I was acting like a toddler, but I got up and I threw some clothes on and I was just fucking stomping around. Like, oh my God, it was like such a child. And then I go out to her room to go get my shoes. And she's like, I didn't mean like right now. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, she's sitting down with her shoes on, leaning forward on her phone, which is what she does when she waits for me to get ready whenever we go somewhere. And I'm like, if are you kidding me? Because like you wouldn't have woken me up then if you will like that doesn't make any sense to me. So I was like, we're going and we're getting this shit done because I have MMA that I want to watch. Um, and so I was in a meltdown. Just stomped downstairs to the basement, grabbed some bottles or some bags of bottles, brought them up, put them down by her car. Then it turns out she wanted to take two cars worth of fucking bottles. So my car was filled with them too. And I was just livid. I hope this you guys understand that. It's like, who wants to get woken up to fucking bullshit like that? Especially when it's like not really your day to do anything too strenuous. Not to mention it was fucking windy as hell. And she wants to go do bottles again. Um, so we get them all in the fucking cars, and then we go down to the little bottle place and she takes the ones out of her car, puts them like right outside the building because it's a smaller bottle place. Um, because the bigger one we went to closed, so we're going back to the other one we used to go to. There was people inside, and so she stacked the bags outside of the door so that we could go in when somebody came out. And so like I was getting the rest out of my car and she comes over and I was like, I do not want your fucking help. I can do this myself. Oh man, I know that's so rude. I was rude, but that's what I did. And and I was also thinking to myself like this bitch is crazy. It's so windy and all of a sudden we got those 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts that were on the agenda for yesterday's weather. And just as I brought the rest of the bags up from my car, the whole pile, like now there was, ooh, 20 bags at least. Like that's how much we don't go to the bottle return place during the winter. And I drink a lot of water. So there was at least 20 bags. This big wind gust came and fucking blew them all over the place. Some were like tumbling down across the street, like in traffic and stuff. And I cycled through a whole bunch of emotions in probably 2 seconds. Like embarrassment was one of them. I was pretty rage. I was feeling pretty rageful, and I was like, "This fucking bitch! It's so windy, and she thinks stacking these outside the building was they weren't gonna blow away. Like even I knew that that was gonna happen, and I didn't really do anything about it. I didn't tell her like maybe this isn't a good idea, because I just didn't have a whole lot of. I was just trying to get through it. But then they blew away. And Alicia goes around the parking lot, tries to collect the ones that she can. I was embarrassed. I felt rage. I just went to my car. I was like, I am not doing this. So I just walked into my car, or I walked to my car and got in it and just sat there. I know, roll your eyes because it's not my finest moment. In my defense, I had been awake for maybe 15 minutes by that point, and my brain wasn't working too well because I do need the full hour for my brain to get online. That's just the truth. It's not an excuse. It doesn't justify my behavior, but it's just it is what it is. That's what I did. And then so I'm on my phone and I was like, I'm surprised she didn't come get me from the car. Next thing I know, I look up and her car, she got out of the parking lot and she was like driving away. And it had left my mind that there were bags in the middle of the road. So like I thought, oh, this fucking bitch just gave up too. Oh no. I was like, she ditched too because she's just as embarrassed, but she just didn't want to tell me because she's angry. So I went back home and I had wondered why she didn't show up like right before me or after me. And it turns out that she was driving to go get the bottles or like the bags that flew into traffic. Um, but yeah, so anyways, that happened. Um, and then when I got home yesterday, I fed the cats real quick because I didn't even feed them before I left, and like they're used to the routine of whenever I get up, they get fed. And I fed them. She was still gone. Turns out she got all the bags and was gonna return them anyways. Um, and I turned my sound machine on that I leave right outside, like my door, um, like on a shelf of some sort. My brain is not working that well right now. Um, Even though I have been up for a while, but whatever. And I turned my sound machine on, and she knows that means do not fucking come back here because I turn it on when I'm recording, like now, like right now. It I have it on because I'm recording and I don't like to be overheard. But she also knows that I turn it on because I don't want her coming back here and fucking bothering me. It's so hard to live with people. I mean, she's just one person, but it's so hard to live with a person, even if it has been many, many years. Oh my God. And my date was just shot after that. Like I get this is what I did. Um because like remember, if you've listened to prior episodes, like I used to be confrontational. I used to like uh my mouth I let my mouth say whatever it wanted to say. These days I try not to do that. Like I'm very good at like not being the fucking dick that I used to be. But like now I'm on the opposite side of things where I just flee. I just hide. I don't want to deal with like shit. I don't want to say anything I'm going to regret. So I grabbed a whole bunch of like fruit to oil water, like I don't know, 8 bottles, and brought it back here to my room, turned the sound machine on, went and got some snacks so I wouldn't go hungry. And I was like, I'm just going to fucking camp out back here until this bitch goes to bed. which was hours and hours away. Um, because, that seemed like a good idea in my mind, but I got some of my brain functioning back and I did go out and we were friendly enough to each other. She apologized and said, I know that's not a way to like wake up. And she sent me a text when she was doing it because I had the sound machine on. So I appreciated that she didn't come back to try to talk to me, but it's like I really don't want to talk about this anymore. Like I'm not looking for an apology. This was like such a shitty way to wake up. I have not been waking up like that in like ever, maybe ever. That was the first time I have been woken up against my will. Um, well, no, she's woken me up before, but it's for fun stuff. Like, do you want to go out to eat? Yeah. I am definitely food motivated. Like, yeah, wake me up for food? Sure. I'll get dressed. Let's go out. Oh my God. Or like maybe she'll want to go to a nearby state park, do a little hike or something. I'm okay with that too because I like nature and I like doing hikes. But she has never woken me up for this bullshit. Bullshit. I mean, imagine you're slumbering. You got cats just slumbering with you. You don't even know what's going on. You're just slumbering. And all of a sudden, somebody wakes you into consciousness and says, I have been waiting for you so that we can go do the bottles together. I should have probably led with the fact that um, we're only doing bottles together because I needed to go with her. This is kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is. So, like, the place that we were like, oh, this is just gonna be all over the place. Wait, where's my time? 17. I'm almost done. Um, the place that we had been going to, I knew where it was. I knew like the layout. I knew where I was supposed to go. I knew the process because we had gone there together a couple of times. And then I felt like confident enough to go on my own. It just is what it is. And so we switched back to our old place, but it's been so long since we've been there that I don't know if anything changed. So I had told her, like, let's just, if you would go with me to do the bottles there, like once, then I can go and do the rest of the bottles by myself. So technically, like, that's what she was trying to do too, was to like make sure I came with her so I knew what it was like in there so I could go by myself. And I guess I don't feel that embarrassed about that part because I think some of you out there get it. Maybe a lot of you out there get that. Um, so I kind of ruined that whole thing too because I never went inside, which means that she's gonna have to go again. um, Preferably at a time that's convenient for both of us, and then after that, I'll do the rest of the bottles. Like this is a whole thing. I did almost 20 minutes talking about this damn waking me up and going to do chores. Like, who wants to be woken up to that? That's like me waking her up and being like, hey, there's still dishes in the sink. And how about you vacuum after that too? I've been waiting for you to do those things. Like, how's that not different from something like that? Um, yeah, I really didn't want to do it yesterday. And I guess I didn't have to, but at the time I felt like I did. It's like a hostage situation. Like, I've been waiting for you. We gotta go turn these bottles on. I already did a trip. Well, shouldn't that be enough for that fucking day? Yeah, it should have. And I still feel a little weird today. I haven't had something like that. Like, I haven't gone to that extent inside my head and body when I am asked to do something I don't want to fucking do. Which actually, it seems like I was voluntold on my day off. Do I sound like an asshole right now? I apologize if I do. I could have handled that situation way better. I know it. Um, Maybe if it wasn't like maybe like I don't know, bribing me. Like she should know by now. You want to get me to do some shit that I don't want to do and you're gonna fucking wake me up for it. Like you need to have something uh I need to have something in it for me so I can look forward to whatever the fun thing is. Because I'm a dog who needs treats, man. I am food motivated. I am beverage motivated. Like, we can go get some Celsiuses or something. Like, this is what I have to do to get myself to do things. A lot of the times I have to bargain with myself. Like, okay, if I go do this thing, then I can have that. And it gives me something to keep my eye on while I'm getting through whatever the boring fucking errand or chore is. Because honestly, I wish I didn't have to do anything except what I want to do. Oh man. I feel better that I got that out. I feel my brain getting back to my normal, so I guess that's good. It felt a lot better to just get this out onto an episode. I hope this was relatable. This is really I just got on here to say this, and um I'm just gonna also be honest, and because we were talking again last night, like I came out of my hole, my cave back here, to go feed the cats, and so we had like a little chat, and yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say just now. What was I gonna say? Oh, I don't feel bad about what I did. I kind of do and I kind of don't. Like, I feel bad about the things that came out of my mouth because I usually like regret when I open my mouth and I am angry about something. The things that come out of my mouth, you can't take that shit back. And so I was rude to her for sure. So I do feel a little bad about that because you're not supposed to talk like that to really anybody. But do I feel bad that I took off even after finding out that she went to get all those bags and went and did the bottles herself? No, I feel 0% bad for taking off and going back home. That's just me being honest. Because I'm not going to sit in here and be like, I do feel bad about the whole thing, because I don't. And then she made the comment earlier, um, well, you did get me back because you just left me, so I guess we're even. And I thought to myself, you think that's even? Okay. I was really trying to preserve the rest of the whatever sanity I had. And I was also embarrassed because I am not going to go fucking r- flopping down the street chasing after bags. That is so embarrassing to me. I get that it's not really an embarrassing thing to do. It's not like I laugh at people. I don't. Like, I've seen shit like that happen where somebody's chasing something that got, like, that flew away. And I wasn't sitting there, ah, ha, ha, ha. I just remember thinking, like, oh, that sucks. But I got embarrassed and I just refuse to run these days. Holy shit, that's so. It's just, I don't like to run. Um, because I knew that that was going to kick up my pots anyways, and I just was rushed out the door, and I didn't have the time to take a anti-nausea pill, which helps with the pots and hot flashes and stuff. Anyways, I hear her getting ready to do her bedtime routine because she's got to get up early. So I guess I'm gonna end this episode, and I hope it was helpful. Hopefully you guys come back. Like, I'm usually not a bitch. The majority of the time I'm not, but like, man, when I am, I am. It's like, you better get out of my way. Like, do not tell me what to do. Do not fucking wake me up for that bullshit ever again. And I'm pretty sure she knows better than that. I even like I even slept in my room last night because I didn't want to be waking up today. Like, and I knew that she wasn't going to dare come in here and like wake me up. So I slept until 2 and then I got up. Hopefully this episode made sense. Thank you very much for listening. Please let me know that like I'm not alone in like these kinds of like incidents. I haven't felt that way in such a long time. So if anybody's felt that way recently, it would be nice to hear. Um, okay, thanks for listening. Uh, um Bye. Okay.